Da, 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 da. Hello there, Gindiana Bones here. Now, today I would like to talk to you about the phenomenon of 3D films. Yes, I know many of you are curious as to how my trip to 2052 went, and indeed how I returned, but that is a story that I shall tell next time. Today I would like to talk about 3D films and really whether or not they're appropriate for archaeology. Yeah. Well, first of all, it's worthwhile tackling the issue of 3D. Let's think about this for a moment, shall we? A 3D film, well, what is a 3D film? I think that the film you're watching right now, this very video, is in fact a 3D film. You have the up and you have the across, that's 2 dimensions, and then you have the dimension of time, i.e., I am now doing something which I wasn't doing when I started this sentence. That is a 3rd dimension. So there are three dimensions already in this film, this video, this very thing that you're watching right now. So, a 3D film, for which you need one of these, is in fact a 4-dimensional film, is it not? Yes, aha. So now we've got that out of the way, what do we think of 4-dimensional films and archaeology? Well, for example, I went to see, a fair while ago now, a film called Alice in Wonderland, which had been retrospectively made to look to be 3D. So, they included lots of gimmicks along the lines of the hedgehog being whacked at the camera. So it went towards all the crowd and everyone went, oh no, a hedgehog, that kind of thing. It was very gimmicky, I didn't really appreciate it. Will that be at all appropriate for archaeology films and the like? Well, for example, actually, let me take these things off, I can't really see what I'm doing. Yes. For example, do you want to see a trowel coming at the camera like that, as you, maybe from an object's eye point perspective on an excavation, or when you see, I don't know, Lara Croft or whatever, skydiving or sort of jumping off something, you want to see them going through space and then landing and then going, I've landed safely, amazingly, let me excavate very, very meticulously with this 3-dimensional trowel. Do you want to see that? I don't know. Yeah. Alternatively, there is another perspective here, and that perspective, what dimension? There is another dimension here, and that is that, well, for example, Mr. Soup, Mark, here, doesn't actually necessarily like small spaces. Don't tell anyone, I told you. Now, he would like to see the inside of the Great Pyramid of Giza, but his vague claustrophobia may well actually stop him from achieving that. Might a 3-dimensional film help him get a perspective on that space which otherwise might be inaccessible to him? There's something to think about, I suppose. Or, for example, the Forbidden City. I know many people, indeed most people, probably won't get a chance to see it in person, this remarkable place. Would 3-dimensional films help people do that? Go and see these places and get a sense of space, which otherwise you might not do. Yes. So, I suppose that's my thought for the day in terms of 3-dimensional films and archaeology, and whether or not they may, in fact, be appropriate for the field of archaeological or adventuring kind of films. Because, I mean, let's face it, they're being rather overused, and I'm really not a fan of these things. They make me they remind me of when I was a child. I had to wear things very similar. No, not very good at all. No. So there you go. 3-dimensional films. What do you think? Feel free to comment below, and I'm sure Mr. Soup, if not me, will read them. I need to go and refill my glass. So until next time, stay safe, and as always, everybody, cheers.